Hey guys, welcome back to rhrjen. I'm so glad you're here. Honk honk, everyone. Guys, I have such a good show for you today. We're talking Harry and the landmines. We're talking the landmine that Harry married as well. I'm so excited to get into this with you. Thank you so much for being here. If you're new here, I'm Jen. Make sure you're subscribed, hit the thumbs up, and leave me comments, as all those help YouTube to recommend my video. Can I just say a huge thank you to all of you who left such kind and lovely messages for my gosling yesterday? That was so sweet of you. And she got such a kick out of all of your responses. Thank you for that. Now let's get into today's episode. Now, in case you don't know, I've lost a significant amount of weight. I'm detailing what I did and how I did it on my other channel. So make sure you're also subscribed to, hold on, I'm stalling while I pull it up. Here we go. Make sure you're also subscribed to my other channel, Goose Adventure, where I'm detailing exactly what I've done to lose the weight. And I have a bunch of before and afters over there you can check out. I'm trying to find, here we go. That was me before, and here is me after. So go check that out if you're at least bit interested. I did it medicine and surgery free, and I'm detailing what I did over there. All right, now let's get into today's episode. Starting with this one. Now, I often refer to Harry and Meghan as like, I've called them all kinds. Harold and Fraud is one of my favorites. We've dabbled in some Hank and Skank. We talked about H&M, which was pretty funny. And I've also heard him called Has No Balls. Now, this is the first time I'm hearing him called Has No Brains, and that just kind of made me laugh. All right, let's talk about this. Winfought posted, while Has No Brains walks through an empty minefield, I have a question for you all. Who has piss water with a cookie plate? Okay, so one of you gorgeous flockers in my comments called it witch's piss, which I thought was so funny, that wine. Well, somebody called it this, and I thought that was funny, pea water. So I don't pretend to know anything about wine. I've been very vocal about it. I'm just not really a drinker. I don't really know what goes with what. So I Googled it because they got me to, they had me thinking. I don't think I've ever tried rosé before, but from what I understand and from my friend Google, it seems to be a sweet wine. And it says, according to Google, that it often, I asked Google about pairing rosé with cookies, and its answer is pairing rosé with cookies can be considered gross due to a clash in flavors and textures that often feels unbalanced and unappealing. Rosé is typically light, crisp, slightly fruity with varying levels of sweetness, and it tends to pair better with delicate, savory, or mildly sweet foods like fresh cheeses, seafood, or fruit-based desserts. So that's interesting. They also recommended things like chocolate or peanut. I'm sorry. No, it's actually saying things like chocolate or peanut butter can overwhelm its flavor profile. So that's interesting. Yeah, I don't really see, I guess the fruit ties in, but the dessert and the sweet wine just, gross. They posted this picture on As Ever, and that's kind of the point I think a lot of people were making was it just doesn't even go together. And then they were sprinkling dried flowers all over it while bragging about having it with the wine. Ugh. Again, I just, you can fill me in the comments if you feel differently, but I was just like, oh, I don't think that goes together. You got the jam. Yeah, I guess thumbprint jam cookies, whatever they're called, cupcakes, grapes, straw. I mean, what am I looking at here? And then a little bowl of flour sprinkle. Again, why? Why is this a thing? Why? Why is this happening? Don't let flour sprinkles happen to good people. So they're pointing out that this influencer actually has like 517,000 followers, which, if the calculations are correct, people predict that I've heard allegedly and other people's opinions that Meghan's closer to the, I think last I heard it was like 200 something thousand followers as opposed to the millions she shows. I don't know how they do that math. I'm willing to believe it. So I think they can see like active profiles and so I don't know how that works, but the last I heard it was in 200,000. So if that's the case, this person potentially has more actual followers, if you believe that. I think that's interesting. But they posted this unboxing, and then this person has 512 followers. And again, they posted this. I cannot make sense out of as ever in the logic because, again, if we're to believe Meghan, that's a big if. I know. I hear you. I'm right there on the same page with you. If we believe either of them, then she's sold out, right? So there's nothing to sell here. So it's just pats on the back. I'm guessing that's the only sense I can make. I don't. Maybe you can explain it to me like I'm 5 because I can't really make sense out of it. But I love that again. They're talking about the color of the wine and that the plant is dying. Maybe they watered it with the wine. I don't know. Oh, and then they were pointing out. I guess there was bugs in the picture or something. So classy. I love this sub. This made me spit out my coffee. Well, I mean, what else would you expect, really? Again, the height of sophistication for them was the balloon arch, which we got a long time spent on during the with Love Meghan, which by the way, I do have to give a shout out to something that struck me really funny. I'm a big fan of that podcast, Bitch Bible with Jackie Schimmel. I've talked about it before. She's pretty funny. She'll often have a go at Meghan, and she's got a tour coming out that's called, instead of With Love Meghan, she calls hers With Hate Jackie. I would love to go see that. Somebody go see that. Let's go see that. Just kidding. I was talking to some of my friends, like, I'm dying to go see it. I think it's already sold out, and I think it's only in like California or something, but I really want to see that. She's so funny. But yeah, so With Hate Jackie, we'll have to look for that. But was it Bella Lily Lou says, if there are available products, then this may be considered a marketing strategy. But with not exactly, that's what I'm saying to you. With nothing available, what's the point? It's just self-promotion. That's what I think as well. It just seems like one big self-promotion. Now, I notice lately in these videos, I get really passionate about this stuff and I start rocking. I'm trying not to do that. I'm just gonna like come back here and be like, what's the point of this? Can you guys make it make sense? Because I can't make it make sense. What is the point of this? It's just self-promotion. So when/if products become available again, does she honestly think people will remember what influencer liked what or care? No, because it wasn't until recently, it seems, that she started even sharing anybody else's handles anyway. Might I add, I'm just saying, I've started pointing out and sounding the alarm about how weird it was she wasn't sharing handles, and now all of a sudden she's sharing handles. Coincidence? I think not. What was the line off Friends? Coincidence. That's coincidence with a J. Forget. Anyway, today I'm green with Jenn, by the way. I like it. I hope you do too. Okay. Yeah, I don't really understand the point. It just seems like, again, pointless self-promotion, which I guess is the point for Meghan. I don't know. Silly if you ask me. She's not looking to sell products. She just wants attention. I think so too. But we keep hearing stories that they're hurting for money. That makes it even crazier to me then why not try to sell? Unless hypothetically or allegedly, what if she knows? I don't know if she has that much self-awareness. Maybe somebody realizes, oh, hi, I just hit the microphone. Maybe somebody realizes that there's not a buyer base there. There's not a market there. I don't know, whatever. There's not buyers for a product. So it's easier to pretend to sell out at a smaller number. So that way you can keep self-congratulating and I don't know, pretend like you're more popular and hope to get articles written about you. I'm not really sure. Let's see. She's also asking morons to promote her wine because whoever heard of serving sweet cookies with dry rosé? So again, I don't pretend to be a wine expert. You guys can let me know in the comments if you agree. But I don't quite understand that either. I really don't. Just at base level. Sorry, my lip gloss. I'm trying not to edit this. My lip gloss just smeared on the desk. I don't know why. I had it on its side and I guess the lid wasn't on right. Okay, let's keep going and not edit. Let me pick this up so it doesn't do it again. Gosh. Come on, lip gloss. I keep getting questions about what color lipstick am I wearing. I can tell you, it's usually the L'Oreal Lip Hydration and Berry Jolie. And then sometimes when I'm feeling a little bit frisky, when I'm feeling a little bit pinky, I smear some Clarins lip oil on top and it just kind of gives me a nice pinky glow. Sorry for the ganders who aren't interested in that, but for the ones that were asking, there you go. Okay. She also is asking morons to promote her wine because whoever heard of serving sweets? Yeah, exactly. It's gonna taste bitter. I would think so too. Martha Stewart wouldn't have made such a mistake. That's again, I know nothing. I don't even pretend to know about this stuff. But even that struck me as a little odd. Like, would you do that? Does that go together? I would think those flavors would make things taste weird. Maybe again, I'm not trying to just be argumentative. Maybe there's something to they did say it goes with fruit and I saw some fruit on there, but like it's still next to the cupcakes and stuff, and it's still predominantly sweet stuff. So it just seems like competing flavors, if you ask me. But nobody asked me. LA girl looking in says it just feeds her ego. I also think nutmeg and has no balls. How do I pronounce that? Nutmeg and has no balls are desperate to show Netflix that they're worthy of a contract renewal. Same with the fake reconciliation stories regarding the British royal family. Ooh, there's a theory coming up about that I want to talk about what they think is going on and why Harold is pushing this. I met with King Paul, but it was his people and their people and all that. I think it's a pretty good theory I want to talk to you about. All right, let's talk blind items because you know how I love those. Crazy Days and Nights says it's all about money. Here you go. This might actually be it now. Yeah, I think this is it. Okay. So again, this is a blind item. You have to take it with a grain of salt, but I think it's interesting. So peace summit question mark. How about dad? Can you pay the money the court ordered me to pay last month because I don't have the money summit? Dun dun dun. So that got my wheels turning a little bit and I started thinking about it. Maybe they're onto something. I don't believe this is any kind of reconciliation. And I said in yesterday's video or whatever day's video, it could be anything. It could be just a logistics meeting. It could be that Harry set something up under some BS premise, sent photographers there, and then said, look, they're trying to reconcile. No, they aren't. I don't believe it. I think it's just some probably nonsensical Harry being Harry meeting. Who knows? It's not fair. When we were 12, William got the bigger size, whatever it is, whatever grievance that Harry's written in crayons. Can you imagine like an agenda written by Harry? What? Okay, you can leave me comments on what you think his agenda would be. Apologize to my wife. Apologize for William getting the bigger sausages. Apologize that I didn't get to marry somebody as wonderful as Catherine. I don't know. You can let me know. But I thought that was an interesting theory on that. Oh my gosh, I love this name so much. And then Money Amphibian says, LOL Prince Ponzi Scheme. I thought that was brilliant. Prince Ponzi Scheme is a pretty great name for him. I think that's pretty fantastic. And I might start calling him that. Prince Ponzi Scheme. All right. No kidding. I hope they laughed and walked out. Harry's actions have consequences. You're 40 years old. It's time for you to learn important life lesson. If you can't afford the bills, then consider downsizing your home and learn to live within your means. Amen. And stop talking crap about your family and trying to sell it to everybody while claiming to be victims and that every flash of every, the whole thing. I cannot with those two. All right. This one on top says these people would meet up to arrange a meeting with the king. Then Harry would ask the king to pay his court costs or get his court costs dismissed. This was the first step to getting money. Dun, dun, dun. Do you think so? Let me know in the comments. I'm very curious. He might be onto something. Excellent Bear says 100%. It's not a peace summit. I didn't believe it's a peace summit either, just for the record. I've been saying the same thing, but more of a peace summit. Ooh, I smeared a lip gloss. Let's try that again. A peace summit. As in, give me a piece of your bank account, Dad. I thought that's pretty good. Give me a piece of pizza, you old troll. That... I might be losing my mind. I'm not calling the king a troll. It's a line off of a show I used to watch, and it made me lose my mind laughing recently in a video. So that's where I'm going with that. If you watch Real Housewives of New Jersey, you get it. Give me a piece of pizza, you old troll. Oh, goodness. I might have lost my mind. All right. Now, I know you've seen it. I know I've been talking about, we have to look. I'm sorry. This is hilarious. All right. The white savior Poverty tourist is here with the dead emoji. Yeah, I had so many funny comments about this saying, Jen, have you seen the picture? Oh, I've seen the picture. And then a lot of you were asking, why does he have the flap in here? And because they don't think he has the anatomical parts that would require any kind of protection. That made me laugh. I thought that was pretty good. And then it reminded me, do you remember when where were they? Was it Colombia? Wherever that no, was it Nigeria? Wherever they were, wherever he was, that guy was standing behind him with the bulletproof briefcase. Remember holding it up, shielding him while he was pretending to be brave? Yeah, I wondered if it was something like that. But let's take a look at this. So the poverty tourist, that's pretty good. Then we got some pictures. Now, I don't think that guy's hand is on Harry, but it's a really funny optical illusion because Harry's hands are like here. And then, yeah, okay. You have eyes, you can see it. And then there's this. So we've been here, but I'm going to go over it again. He's doing the Diana walk, except for the differences. Diana was actually trying to bring awareness to things. Harry's trying to bring awareness to himself, his Instagram loving bee wife. What's the point? What are we doing here? There is none. And so he's just trying to get attention. And as I said in yesterday's video, whose idea was this? Aren't they paying through the nose for this communication company? Are they the same ones that thought it'd be a good idea to twerk? Was this their idea too? Because I mean, I don't think they Harry and Meghan listen to anybody, but are they listening to people? And it was somebody else's idea to repeat this because it didn't go well the first time he tried this. Everybody made fun of him and talked about that it wasn't real anyway. It was like staged. Sorry, I still am smeared a little bit. It was just staged for the photographer. How come I can't say that? Let me try that again. The photo. Let me try that again. The photograph. See, when I get focused on a word, it goes haywire. The photographs of it all. That's what he was trying to do. He was trying to get the photographs. And then they would show where like people had been through to make sure it was safe for him. He's such a wanker. He can't get anything right. All right. Didn't we learn this charity pays for these photo ops? So H is actually taking money from a charity going there. We have to say allegedly, but I'd heard some rumblings such as this. I don't like to report on things unless I believe it, and that sounds pretty plausible to me. I can't prove it, but I've heard as such. That's interesting. It's an interesting theory. And hey, where have we heard that? Oh yeah, everything Harry does. Yeah, that's where we've heard stuff like this before. He's disgusting. All right, wouldn't doubt it for a second. Me neither. I don't doubt it at all. Sounds right. He's so disgusting. Not only is he exploiting a poor country who suffered a horrendous war, he's trying to exploit his mother's memory. Yes, he is. Doing this stunt. I think it's his ILBW idea. H. I'm going to launch. I think this would be my pea wine on your mother's birthday. You know, the one who was killed by a drunk driver. Why don't you go to Angola for a photo op so people are reminded of your mother and we could get free publicity and some money for it? Poor William must be livid once again that his runty brother, I love it, runty. I'm saying runty. I hear you thinking the other word. I'm saying runty. Runty brother and the witch he married, exploiting his late mother's name. Ugh, yes, exactly that. I said the same thing. I think that Meghan loves the publicity for herself. Let me try that again. Meghan loves the publicity for herself, and Harry enjoys the idea of poking at the royal family and going after making William uncomfortable and potentially making Charles uncomfortable. Now, I've said before, I'll say again, I think they're way too busy and important to pay any mind to any of their crap. But it's gotta suck. It's gotta hurt. I think is crap that Harry does that. He is pathetic. Yeah, I tend to agree. Truly, hi, I clicked the wrong button. Truly despicable behavior. Is it shocking? No. Despicable? Yeah, I would say so. All right, let's talk this one. The difference between William and Harry is that one has Catherine to soothe his. What? Why that one? Okay. That one has Catherine. Okay, the way they worded that's a little bit weird. That's why I'm stumbling over it. But here we go. The difference between William and Harry is William, because I usually refer to Harry as has Catherine to soothe his mental anguish. The other one has Meghan to rub salt in his wounds. Oh, I don't think she's rubbing anything on anywhere, but also she's nowhere near him. Anytime the S hits the fan for him, she's long gone. Remember when Spare came out? She was nowhere near him. What else? When he's done disastrous interviews and things, she gets far, far away from him. You never see her supporting him. And as misguided as he is, and he is misguided, he still supports her, I will say, like even when, when she's awful, she doesn't do the same for him. So there's been such backlash because of this photo op thing that it doesn't shock me that we're not going to see the two of them together for a little bit. I don't think. She likes to do that. Isn't she lovely? Isn't she lovely? Okay. So Sarah Vine wrote this. I just thought that was a really funny title. Let's read some comments in it. Yeah, there you go. She isn't rubbing H at all. That's the problem. From the girl who allegedly let him do anything, she now is performative only for the clicks. I'll bet he has even tried pouring sprinkles on himself. No, I'd rather drink the rosé than think about that. And I really don't want to drink that rosé. Gross. Do you think they'd stick to mommy's hand cream? Oh, stop it. Stop it. Stop it right now. You stop it. I'm trying not to point with one finger. Let's try again. Stop it right now. Okay. I heard that people don't like it when you point with one finger, so I'm trying to. I'll do is it Disney? 3 fingers? Something like that. I don't like. Oh, so many jokes about M's favorite word. Elevate. So little time. Oh, gross. Yeah, exactly. It's pretty good. All right. And then we have Colin Mockery and Ryan Stiles. If you know, you know. I used to love Whose Lines It Anyway. So I love this gift very much. They're cracking up. Let me see if I zoomed in. Nope, I didn't. Let me just point this out, though. This bottom person, look at that. I think that's the funniest thing I've ever seen. The liar, the witch, and the ill-fitting wardrobe. That's brilliant. Shout out to Eye Shield Maiden. That is fantastic. The liar, the witch, the ill-fitting wardrobe. That's brilliant. Well done. I'm giving you a shout out because Amanda putting it on my thumbnail. That's hilarious. Well done. The liar, the witch, and the ill-fitting wardrobe. That's brilliant. Okay. Tiger Xing says, sigh, I'm already over the media preaching about reconciliation. Me too. I'm over it too. Oh, all fingers. Me too. I'm over it too. And then this, hi, I just made it go off the screen. This person says, they will never let this BS go. I know. I mean, what else do they have? Of course they won't. Oh my goodness. Anyway, all right. I'm going to leave this here, but this is where I need you to chime in the comments and let me know your thoughts on all this. Do you think that meeting was about money? Do you think it was just Herald of Herald and Fraud trying to get people with people and get the photo, just to get the story out? Probably. What do you think of Meghan and the ongoing pushing of the rosé when there's not rosé to sell? What's going on there? Is it all attention? I know. Look at me. I know. What else? I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. I love reading your comments. You guys have been so wonderful in the comments. Really appreciate that. You guys really are lovely. Yeah, I think that's it for me. Thank you for everything. Thank you to everybody for being so lovely. If you want to further support the show, you know how to do it. Check out the merch. Everything's fine. God, that could apply for a lot of people right now, right? Everything's fine. Yeah, sure. And then we have all kinds of stuff. Just check it out. And then I still have Beetlejuice stuff too, which you guys have seemingly loved. So thank you for that. Oh, I also have Team Catherine stuff if you're into that. What else? Okay. Check out Patreon, patreon.com/Real Housewives Recaps. Yes, it's my old name. It's tons of new videos. And I realized I gave a shout out to my Patreon members today. And then I forgot to put up your names on the screen. I'm so sorry about that. So a big goosey hug and thank you for understanding to my executive geese and ganders. Thank you for understanding that. And here are my lovely supportive flock right here. Thank you guys so much for supporting. I keep saying I appreciate it, but I do. I appreciate your support so much. All right. If you're interested, check it out. Patreon.com/real housewives recaps. Lots of bonus episodes, lots of deep dives, all the stuff. Check it out. Okay. So that'll do it for me. I hope you guys have the best day. Again, thank you for all the love and support for the Gosling. You guys left so many wonderful comments, including things like, Gosling, we love your mom. And I thought that was so sweet. I actually had her here with me, and she sat right here on my lap, and I just scrolled through, and anything that was to her, I read to her. So thank you so much for doing that. You made a kid very happy. Thank you for that. You made this big kid very happy. Thank you for that. All right. I hope you guys have the best day, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye. Okay, they're gone. Hi, how are you? I had the funniest thing happen today. So I went for a walk, and I try to exercise. I've been doing it 6 out of 7 days a week, and it's going really well. That's why I'm never tan, but I have a little bit of sun on my shoulders because I've been going for a walk. And I saw this dog that I loved, and I sent a picture to a friend of mine. And it was a big, bouncy yellow lab. And I was like, look at this dog. I love this dog. And they pointed out it was me in dog form. They said, you're what was it? You're bouncy and blonde like that dog. And I just had to laugh. I was like, no, I'm a black cat. I have black cat energy. Get it right. But yeah, I might be a little bit yellow lab golden retriever, but whatever. It's fine. I love dogs. I love this dog. Do you ever see a dog at the park? I don't even have a dog, but I see this dog and I was just like, oh, I love him. I want to pet him. Anyway, that was just funny to me. I'm still laughing about that. What else? You guys are wonderful. Thank you again for all the lovely messages to the Gosling. Thank you to everybody who keeps writing me this is your favorite part of the video now. It's so cool because I can just sit here and have a direct conversation with you, which is what I do in the rest of the video, but it feels like it's a smaller group. Like everybody else has left the room and we're just like hanging out and talking to each other. And actually, Gigi, my mom, says this is her favorite part of the video too, because I directly talk to her. So let me directly say something to Gigi. Hi, Gigi. How are you? Don't work too hard. And also give your daughter a hug and a big pile of cash. What? Who said that? Just kidding. What else? I don't know. Things are good. Things are good. Things are turning around, which is good. It's been a tough little bit, but I'm a happy goose again. I am. I'm a very happy goose, and it's because of you guys. You know who you are. Thank you so much for everything. I appreciate you all. You're wonderful. You look out for me. It means the world, and I appreciate that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna let this go here. Oh, I'm in green again. This is a different green shirt, which I thought was kind of fun. But I got a couple of green shirts because you guys are so nice to me when I wear green. You say it makes my eyes are very blue, but they look green, I think, when I wear green, which is pretty cool. I thought this was fun, and I like the way the gold kind of looks with the green. I think it's kind of fun. Oh, and then I gotten this. I hadn't worn, or I think I maybe wore it like once or twice, but it's like this fun little green ring. I thought that was fun too. Anyway, okay, enough chit chat, or it's never enough chit chat, but I'm going to leave this here. Thank you so much for everything. Thank you to everybody who's telling me just these comments about how I'm glowing and looking better, and just, it's more than looks, but it means so much because I feel like for a while I was kind of in a dark place, but now I'm back in the sunshine again, literally and figuratively. And that's because of you guys. So thank you. So hopefully you can see the glow from within. And if you want to find out more about how I get my glow, check out my weight loss channel. There's my before. It still shocks me to see. I know that's weird, but it does. And let me float something past you. I've had people ask me to make a course, and I thought about writing a little something. Don't just be nice to me, because you guys are really nice to me. Tell me honestly, is that something you're interested in? Would you want to read something I wrote? If I wrote out my story a little bit? Sorry, I'm still smearing. Let me know. Let me know. Would you be interested in a course if I went more that way about how I transformed? And what all I did and the steps in that. I'm open for suggestions, but I want to continue to grow. So I'm trying to figure out the best way to do that. So if you have one, let me know in the comments below. I'm listening. All right, I'm leaving this here, and a huge thank you to all of you for being so lovely to me and so wonderful. You mean the world to me, and I can't wait to bring you more stuff like this. And I can't wait to read your comments on this. I feel like I'm getting closer to you. Hi, let me get back a little bit. I can't wait to read your comments on this one. You guys are lovely. Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye. Vanessa, thank you so much. I meant to write you back. Vanessa says that she listens in her headphones, and when I do that, Vanessa, I love your comments, and I love your thumbnail, by the way. She writes that when I do that, she dances with me, and I think you said people laughed at you or smiled at you or something. Well, let's dance together, shall we? I think Angelique, you were another one that said it, and then somebody else was just telling me that you dance with me. Well, let's dance. Come on, let's do this thing. I seriously might have lost my mind. No, I'm just a happy goose again. I am. It took me a little while to get back here, but I'm here. I'm ready to do a live again. Let's do that again soon. I probably won't go as long, but maybe we could do a short one soon. Let me know your thoughts. All right. I learned something that's really funny. You ready? Okay. Oh, why do I still have my picture up? Let me take that down. Let me plug that channel though. If you want to find out what I did, go to Goose Adventure. Okay. I'm gonna leave you on this note. You ready? Okay, here it goes. Wondle plus Wondle equals Toodles. Try that on your friends. I think it's funny. I have again, I have a young Gosling, so it makes us laugh. We say it to each other. Wondle plus Wondle equals Toodles. Toodles. All right. Bye. Oh, goodness gracious.